Rich by accident. Is your decanter worth a fortune? If you're a collector, you're probably curious how much you will get if you decide to sell your decanter. Depending on the manufacturer or the rarity, a complete set of crystal decanters can cost thousands of dollars. While decanters can be worth a lot, their value is not given much recognition. The most expensive decanters. The most expensive decanters are crystal decanters. Suppose car lovers dream of owning a Rolls-Royce, Bugatti, Lamborghini, or Aston, while wine lovers dream of Waterford, St. Louis, Baccarat, and Orifers. Highland Park 50-year-old. Designed by Maeve Gillies, the Highland Park 50-year-old decanter is inspired by the wind and sea movement. It sells at $25,000, although only a few bottles are still for sale. Aside from that, the empty bottle reveals the famous rose window of the St. Magnus Cathedral in Orkney, Scotland. Baccarat Crystal. Another exorbitant decanter is the Baccarat Crystal made for the centenary of Killian Hennessy. It is housed in a liquor chest and comes with 4 whiskey glasses. It sells at $190,000 at Schiphol Airport Retail in Amsterdam. Tequila Lay .925 Diamond Sterling. The gem of them all is the Tequila Lay .925 Diamond Sterling decanter and is known as the world's most expensive decanter. It's sold at $3.5 million for a decanter with a capacity of fewer than 1.4 liters. It's made with hand-blown glass covered in silver and pure platinum and inlaid with 4,000 cut diamonds. Are antique crystal decanters worth anything? Antique decanters are usually lead crystals. Online auctions sell antique crystal decanters for a few hundred or $1,000, depending on the era. Sites like Invaluable.com and FirstDibs.com sell beautiful antique crystal decanters. Here are a few tips when searching for antique crystal decanters. No need for special equipment since most of these are visible to the naked eye. Seam. Antique crystal decanters are seamless, each clear and polished. Weight. Since antique crystal decanters are infused with lead, they are heavier than their glass counterparts. Appearance. When held under a light, rainbows form on it, the crystal acting as a prism. They are also usually very ornate with metallic and gem embellishments on their body. Markings. Turn over the suspected antique decanter on a plain surface lined with a soft cloth to protect its rim from chipping. Use a magnifying lens to look for markings. Sound. The metallic content on antique crystal decanters has a ring to it when tapped with a teaspoon. Internet search or books. Most antique crystal decanters or antique crystals have been cataloged in books or internet sites. Etsy has a pervasive list of antique crystal decanters for sale too. Books like Glass of the World by George Savage and Miller's Antique Encyclopedia by Judith Miller. It also has companion handbooks for the current price of antiques. How to find out your decanter's worth. Identifying the maker of your decanter will help determine its value. Place your decanter on its side between 2 books so it won't roll. By using a magnifying glass, examine its base for the maker's mark. Pay special attention to the center and along the edge. You may also use a loupe to scrutinize the flat surface of the bottom. Once you find a mark, a decanter price guide will come in handy for reference, such as Miller's Antique Handbook and Price Guide and Jim Beam Figural Bottles, an unauthorized collector's guide. If you're planning on selling your decanter, another factor to consider is its condition. New in the box or mint decanters are more valuable than used ones. Damages, especially around the lip and base, will devalue your decanter. Additionally, engraving may reduce its selling price. You may also check for rarity and artistic merit, as unusual designs are more prized by collectors than common ones. Do old whiskey decanters have value? Old whiskey decanters have the same price trend that other antiques follow. When the interest in them lessens, the price also lowers. Design always seems to dictate the cost of the decanters, whatever their age may be. For example, a 1970 whiskey decanter that is plain to the sight used to sell at $245, but after a time it sells only at $221. Another dismal sale is silver and cut glass claret jug. Dating back to 1887, the jug dropped 52% from the $1,450 price. Despite its craftsmanship and excellent condition, this Victorian jug still lost so much of its value. Another factor is the number of decanters produced, availability on the market, and its state. Chipped or cloudy decanters fetch a lower price than their counterparts, which are kept in pristine condition. There you have it. Whether you decide to buy an antique or contemporary decanter, the bottom line is that you know its benefits. Decanting is not merely a whim, it's a science. And knowing the value and history of your wine or whiskey decanter may fetch you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Will you be selling your antique decanters? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Until next time.